All right, guys, story time. The year is 2016. It's a true story. If you've already heard it, I'm sorry, but you got to hear it again because it's so good. And we don't talk about my boy Bo enough. My boy Bo, my beautiful Bo burrito. He's the best. He's the best, isn't he? We just love him so much. 2016. I've had Bo for about a year now, and this whole year that I've had him, I'm trying to figure out how to get Bo to calm down and basically to stop destroying my entire house. You name it, you name the piece of furniture, Bo has eaten it, destroyed it. Brand new couch, tables on tables, the carpet, the stairs. I have never in my life gotten a security deposit back since having Bo. So worth it though. And I'm gonna tell you why. I really think the end of this story, this will help a lot of people because I know people go through this and it's all about not giving up. Spoiler alert, never give up. But I'm trying to figure everything out. I gave him all the exercise in the world and I decided to take it to the next level. So I was living in California at the time, and I used to see people go on these bike rides on the Venice Beach boardwalk with their dogs, and I was like, you know what, I want to do that. That looks so cool. Probably really good for bonding, like, you know, building trust and everything. Anytime you do those activities with your dogs, it's really good for both of you to do together. I wanted to do that. I wanted to look like that, be that with my dog Bo. I get the bike. I get the attachment. It's this attachment that you put on the side of the wheel and it attaches to the dog and you guys go together. I go to the Venice Beach boardwalk. I bring the bike. I bring Bo. I attach the thing to the bike and off we go. First 30 seconds, I heard the music. You know, I was one of those dudes. I was having the best day ever. Bo was happy. I was happy. It was just awesome, right? Girls are whistling. that part didn't happen. No, nobody whistled. Maybe like get out of the way, but that's it. But anyways, 30 seconds later, after this beautiful experience, Bo just takes off so fast, too fast. He was gone. The bike flips over itself. So I basically nearly do a flip. I fall so hard, hit the pavement in front of everybody on the Venice Beach boardwalk, and I'm just bleeding everywhere. You know when you fall and like before even looking at the parts that hurt you, you just know it's gonna be bad? I was like afraid to look. Bo is gone with the bike. With the bike, he is gone. Bike falls off of him, maybe like 50 yards in front of me, and he just keeps going. Looking so happy. He thinks we're playing. He is gone. Come on, guys. Just like they're gone. You see, they're all gone now. And there goes the Asher house. Just poof. Now it's gonna be so quiet for a couple seconds, you know, without all the dogs. Come on, guys. So, Bo is gone. I start, of course, walking in that direction. I'm bleeding from my knees, bleeding from my elbows, my hands. I'm walking and I'm walking. And 20 minutes later, come on, guys. 20 minutes later, I hear this really crazy scream from this woman. And she's screaming, get off her, you know, screaming help. And I'm like, please, gosh, don't let that be my dog. Don't, please. And I hear her yelling at somebody. So I go, and from a distance, I see Bo. And he is fully mounted on to this big, beautiful, all white standard poodle. Like this dog had just gotten out of the groomers, right? She had the pretty bows in the ear, just so classy. And here's this big, dirty chocolate lab just on top of her. And that's how he was. He was so much. I don't like to use the word aggressive, but boy, he was so intense. He was so intense. To this day, I've never had a more difficult dog, both physically and emotionally. I used to beg him to calm down. So I run up to these people. She's screaming at her husband, do something. The guy's like, what do you want me to do? You know, Bo's not listening to him. So I run up to them and I was like, Bo, guys. I'm like, Bo, enough. And I'm taking him off her. And he says, and the guy and the woman, they're like, is this your dog? Yelling at me, is this your dog? I said, no, what are you yelling at me for? I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to help. I see on the collar, the dog's, I don't know. Whose dog is this? Whose dog is this? I'm screaming, whose dog is this? Who could allow such a thing? Come on. I said, I'm going to find the owner. I'll be back. You guys stay. I'm going to find the owner. Come on. And I think, Bo, I was like, we got to get the out of here. We got to get out of here, Bobo. You remember that story? Huh? You remember that story? Oh my gosh. I'm bleeding everywhere. They're like, you need help? I'm like, no, I got it. I'll take care of it. Is the poodle okay? She's gonna be okay, just a lot of trauma. I'm like, yeah, me too. And that was the story. I was in these situations quite a bit with Bo. He really taught me. I don't think I would be able to do what I do today if it wasn't for him. He came into my life because my mentor, who's like a father to me, got Bo when he was a puppy for his family. And Bo was way too much for him. And that's how a lot of dogs come into our lives. But Bo was like the first dog that I rescued because that dog was too much for someone else. And I got it because I don't know if I've ever admitted this before. This was 2016, so and when I actually got Bo, I think I was 26, I was maybe 25, 26 when I got Bo. And I'm almost embarrassed to say it, but obviously I didn't do it. But I went as far as sending his picture to a chocolate lab rescue. I sent and this dog, he was, very expensive, top of the line breeder, the whole thing, right? So, and I just couldn't do it, guys. I couldn't afford him. I couldn't handle it, not just financially, but emotionally. I couldn't do it. He was too much. I had Callie. He used to play so rough with Callie, it would break my heart. He used to just run into Callie as hard as he could. She would be playing or chewing on something, and he would just run into her. And I felt so guilty. And I used to talk to him. I used to pray. I used to beg him, Bo, what do I do? That's when I started taking him on the skateboard and on the bike, and he would just run for miles. But even that wouldn't work. A lot of dog trainers, they and a lot of times they're right. 99% of the time, it's because you don't do enough activity with your dog. I agree. But there are some people that do the daycare, the camps, the training, and all the activities. I mean, I was in my prime physically, I could run all day at that time. Now, not so much, but I could run all day and I could skateboard and rollerblade and everything with him. We did the training, and I was running out of money. I was running out of things to do, and I just couldn't figure it out. But there was something so special about him. It was those moments where it was just him and I, and he would look at me like, you are my dad, don't give up on me. And I couldn't. I went as far as submitting his picture to the rescue, and the woman was like, okay, we'll be able to find them a home, no problem. And right away I said, I'm sorry, never mind, I can't do it. Or maybe I didn't send the picture, I forgot. But I remember speaking to the woman and having the picture ready for her, and I just couldn't do it. And now I don't think the Asher House would exist if it wasn't for him. He taught me to never give up on a dog. He really taught me that. He is such a special boy. He is my son, like on such a beautiful level, I love him so much, and he's not the dog he used to be. It didn't take training, it took time. He had to grow out of it. People call it the terrible twos. He had the terrible 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. It took about 4 years, I would say. The 5th year was way more chill, but 4 years of just non-stop intensity. But now, my gosh, I would say Bo is probably one of, if not the chillest dog of the entire pack. He is so chill, and the heart and soul I feel like many of the dogs are the heart and soul of the Asher House. Callie and Tony was for sure. Stella, so many of them were the heart and soul. But he really is so special to me and so special to the other dogs. And he is the alpha. Bo is the alpha of the pack. You see Roger always messing with him and Hooch always messing. And they do that because they want to be him. They want to be like him. They want to be better than him. They want to be the alpha. But he is the leader. He is cool. He is in total control of his environment. He always knows what's going on. He is completely aware. He's calm. He gets excited when he wants. He can swim. He can run. He can do it all. He is the best dog ever. So if you have a dog that you're thinking about, I hate to say giving up on, because I know sometimes you just have to make that decision of finding that dog the right home, because maybe the dog isn't safe in your environment, or you have young children who wouldn't be safe around. Like, for example, Athena, she used to live with an elderly woman and very young children. I couldn't imagine Athena or Bo when he was younger in that environment. Sometimes it's the best thing for the dog and the best thing for the family. But if it's not an unsafe environment and you're not just looking to make up excuses, well, maybe it's unsafe for that. No, if you know you can keep it safe for the dog and you can keep it safe for the people that live in the households, don't give up. Don't give up, because you're gonna see by not giving up on that dog, you have the best dog ever. You don't see him yet, or you don't see her yet, or maybe you do and you don't even need this, but just don't give up on them. You know, it's gonna be so beautiful. I promise, guys. I promise it's gonna be such a beautiful relationship. And in 2 years, 3 years, who knows? Maybe even in 6 months, who knows? You're gonna have the best dog, the best ever. And try to stay away from the sedatives, you know, the pills and all that. I'm no vet, but I never did that with Bo. I didn't know about CBD at the time. I wish I did. Check out our CBD, Asher House Wellness. But the truth was I wasn't using CBD at the time. And I just gave him what he needed. I gave him all of me, my attention and my energy. And the most important, the unconditional, keyword, the unconditional love. And now he's just the best thing, really one of the best things that have ever happened to me. So never give up. I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye. Come on, guys, let's go.